In the words of the brilliant Maya Angelou, you may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. This sentiment rings true today, more than ever, as we delve into the topic of what the U.S. could be like for Black Americans. We're living in an era of transformation, where social justice movements are making strides and conversations about racial equity are becoming more common. But what does this mean for the Black community? What can we anticipate for the future? In 2019, Pew Research Center reported that more than 6 in 10 Americans acknowledge that race significantly influences a person's ability to succeed in America. With this awareness, we have seen a push for systemic changes. Policies are being scrutinized, organizations are becoming more inclusive, and educational systems are being revamped. The U.S. Census Bureau projects that by 2040, nearly 1 in 5 Americans will be foreign-born. This diversification could lead to a more inclusive society. However, it's not just about numbers. It's about understanding, acceptance, and equal opportunities. We see this change happening in the job market. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported a decrease in the unemployment rate for Black Americans from 16.8% in 2010 to 6.8% in 2019. This change is promising, yet there's still work to be done to close the wage gap and ensure equal opportunities for career advancement. Education is another area of transformation. According to a report from the National Center for Education Statistics, the high school dropout rate for Black students decreased from 15.4% in 2000 to 6.5% in 2018. This progress is encouraging, but there's a need for ongoing efforts to ensure equal access to quality education and to address racial disparities in school discipline. The future of the U.S. for Black Americans is not set in stone. It's a reflection of our collective actions, decisions, and commitments to equity. So what have we gathered today? We've learned that awareness of racial disparities is growing in the U.S., leading to a push for systemic changes. We've seen progress in the job market and in education, but there's still work to do in both areas. The future of the U.S. for Black Americans is contingent on our collective commitment to understanding, acceptance, and equal opportunities. In the end, it's not just about imagining a future for Black Americans. It's about working together to create it. In the words of Martin Luther King Jr., the time is always right to do what is right, and that time is now. Thank you for joining us in this conversation today. Let's continue to learn, grow, and strive for a more equitable future for all.